I still want you. I said, hold on, pump the brakes. And I said, what you mean by that? She said, I want you. You can get it. You call me up right now. You can get it. Now the woman was she was attractive. I mean, she was not a bad looking woman at all. I was looking at her saying to myself, hey, don't be playing with me, because I'll take it down through there. I was 23 years old, and she was about 25. I said, don't play with me. I was saying that to myself. I was like, man, she better go somewhere. So I played it off, and I said to myself, nah. I said, we good. She said, I want you. She said, matter of fact, you can get me one time, and that's it. After that, I can be your friend, and we're cool after that. I said, no, I got a woman, and I'm cool with that. She said, I got a man. We can just hit it off and leave it alone. I started thinking to myself, I said, no strings attached. She looks good. I'm attracted to her, and she's attracted to me. So I'm like, hey, what's up? I said, no, I can't do it. She said, I tell you what, we ain't got to do nothing. Just give me your phone number so we can talk sometimes. Sometimes I just need somebody to talk to because I like your conversation. I thought about it. I said, okay, here's my phone number, and she gave me her phone number. One day she texted me and she said, how you doing? I said, I'm doing good, blah, 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 blah. And also she called me one day and she asked me, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. We began conversating with each other on the regular. Now, one day the woman called me and she said, I need a favor. I need one favor. Can you come pick me up and drop me off somewhere? Please. I have no one to come and pick me up. Can you please come and pick me up? I said, what about your man? She said, I kicked him out. She said, I'm not with him anymore, blah, 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 blah. But she was lying. I said, okay. Got in my car, drove across town, picked this woman up. When I got there to pick this woman up, she was looking good, smelling good, and etc. I mean, she was looking good. Had me thinking for a little bit. I was saying to myself, ooh, wait, oh, she looking good. She smelling good too. Woo. I said, temptation is a mug. She said, can you take me to this motel over here? I said, to the motels? I said, what you got going? I said, you finna have me to drop you off at the motel room for what? She said, I need to stay there for tonight. Please, can you take me there? When we got to the motel, she said, this motel room is not
King
just
Yellow
for
with no face tats. Yeah,
I'm getting you a motel room for me and you.
I got no face tats.
Like I just said, she was looking good and
Might go
smelling
shave this
good.
off later
Ooh,
because I don't like having a beard.
I was trying my best to resist, y'all. I was trying my best.
What
I
about
had a
y'all?
woman, and she claimed that she kicked her man out of her house and blah, 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 when she was lying. I knew better, y'all, but I broke to it. I mean, I gave in. I started thinking with the other head instead of the head on my body, on my shoulder.
King Yellow. I
I
bet.
said, okay, all right, cool.
Hold on.
We
Let me get
inside the
that.
room. We stayed in there for some hours, did the do.
All right, y'all, we fixing it. Oh, thanks for likes.
I
Thanks for the
said,
likes.
this it. I said,
All right, we're finna look this up real quick.
We ain't doing this no more. I said, I got a woman and you got what you got going on. I'm done with this. She said, that's cool. I won't bother you anymore. We good. To make a long story short on that didn't happen. I wound up talking to this woman longer than I was supposed to. Matter of fact,
oh shit!
In the first place, because I had a woman.
Oh.
One day in February.
Oh.
One day in February.
Oh shit.
So
Yo. Yo.
You in some change at this moment.
Damn.
Can you call me
He 10 years older than I am now.
Valentine's Day gift?
I said, actually, his birthday's in 10 days.
Valentine's Day gift. I said,
Uh-oh. Happy early birthday. Yeah, I actually do. That is insane. That is insane. She a G. Hell yeah. Shout out to Chicago. Heck yeah.
I shouldn't have been involved with this woman from the start. Because I already had one.
Holy crap. I do kind of, that's insane.
She said, thank you, blah, but gave me a hug and everything, and she walked outside.
I know that.
Matter of fact, she walked me outside.
By the way, I'm 25, but I do kind of look like I'm a little younger than that. I sometimes get carded when I go to like buy a lottery ticket or something because I look like I'm 16, 17. And I'm not using no filters or nothing on the camera. This is just how I am normally. And you can just see that from a distance, my skin is fucking clear, nice brown egg shave. That's insane. What up, Michael Fox? What up?
When she walked me to my vehicle, she looked over in my passenger seat and seen that there was another Valentine's Day gift in my vehicle.
Let's see. What up, y'all?
I already know that I got.
But yeah, I'm doing a little live stream till this damn
that Valentine's Day gift
thing open, till this thing stop.
She said, "Whose stuff is that?"
I mean,
I said, "That's my woman."
I'm exporting.
I said, you know this.
A video on Premiere Pro here. I'm gonna show it. And then we just want to go live till that's done exporting. But until then, y'all comment. Here, y'all ask me some questions in the live stream. Y'all, I see we got Hank Killiams Jr. and Michael Fox. Y'all come, y'all get the thing running. Here, y'all ask questions, like it up, sub it up. And we already got 0.1 hours of watch time. Director unknown. Chat messages. Yeah. Thank y'all. Current viewers. They had 10. We actually had 13 viewers at our peak, but the analytics are kind of slow on live streams. So yeah. Let's see. That video is already at 90 views. That video is just a joke. Almost 1 whole hour of watch time, though. You can't beat that up, though. You cannot beat that 1 hour of watch time. Hell yeah.
Don't you? She said, yeah, I know it, but why did you buy her something? She started talking crazy, started cussing and acting crazy and blah, 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 blah. I said, hold on now, pump the brakes. I said, I didn't have to buy you anything. You already know that I got a woman. So I got in my car and I said, man, I'm done. I said, man, I'm finna go. I said, man, I ain't got time for this. I said, because you're tripping. Now, I already seen some trace of craziness in her already before this event. Before this crazy situation is what I'm trying to say. I got in my vehicle, started driving to my house. She got in her vehicle and began following me to my house. The Valentine's Day gift that I bought her, she threw it in my front yard. I mean, it was scattered all over the front yard. I said, good. I said, go home. Cool. I said, good, cool. I said, you already threw the gift in the front yard. Go home. She started cussing loud and blah 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 blah. I'm looking around trying to make sure that my woman at home don't come outside and see what's going on. She started cussing and going on, and I said, leave. I said, leave. I got pissed at this moment because she didn't leave. She wouldn't leave for nothing. I popped my trunk on my Chrysler 300 and grabbed a four-way. A four-way is something that you take the lug nuts off of your tires with, if y'all understand what I'm talking about. I grabbed my four-way and I bust out her driver's side windows and I said, "Get out of here right now, blah, blah, blah." Why did I do that? She's pissed, I'm pissed, we trying to figure out what the heck is going on. I mean, emotions all over the place. She drove down the street. She said, "Yeah, you done messed with the wrong one today. Yeah, you done messed with the wrong one." I heard her revving up her engine. All of a sudden, the tires started running rubber, and she started charging towards my vehicle, my gray Chrysler 300, and she hit my car. When she hit my car, the impact took her car right up into the air in a hydroplane and flipped over in my front yard. So now the top part of her vehicle is on the
I don't believe this story.
my front lawn. Put it like this.
Got 3 people
Her
watching.
vehicle
Look,
is
y'all
over
comment
in my
stuff
front
down
yard.
below.
So now
Y'all
at this
do
moment,
something.
I'm saying to myself, man, I know that my woman is going to see this now. And in fact, everybody is going to see this.
You got 3 people watching. Y'all
outside,
comment it. Y'all like up the.
Outside,
Y'all like. Y'all
everybody's
comment.
seeing what's going on.
Live chat. You ask a question, and I'll respond to it.
That's the last straw. When she got out of that vehicle, her fingers were dangling on her left hand. She lost her 2 middle fingers, and she messed up this finger real bad, and also parts of her thumb. Her whole hand looks deformed now. She lost fingers from this accident. I remember like yesterday, she got out the vehicle, blood shooting all over the place, and she was cussing and saying, talking crazy. And the news station came out, and I was on the news, and I mean, it was terrible, people. The next day, like the same day when that happened, she was airlifted to a hospital in Dallas, Texas. The next day, I got an unknown phone call from a number that I never seen.
What up, chat?
I answered the phone, and she said, "I can't." I said, "What you mean you can't?" She said, "I just can't let go." I said, "I can." Hung up the phone, and I learned my lesson from then. Do not be trying to be a player. Do not try to go out there and be Mr. Side piece Keith. It's not worth it, people. So that's the reason why I do not celebrate Valentine's Day. I don't care anything about Valentine's Day. First of all, it's a man-made day that's only designed for you to spend all your money, to go broke for nothing. Y'all leave a comment and let me know exactly what you all think.
Up and down the scene, there are 2 items of blood. Each panel is either male or female. Intimacy. Connected that way, they are then together bolted, as you can see. Don't be worried that locals will lift it.
Ooh. Ooh. What the frick? Not the Porsche, no, not the Porsche. Oh my God. Jesus. Damn, bro, what the H? Yeah, y'all comment it. Y'all comment down below. Ooh. What the frick? The hell? Damn, forward on forward violence is crazy.
What the f are you doing, dumbass? What the f are you doing? What the f was it?
That's pretty evident.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
He said, get out of my yard, and why are you communicating with my son?
Goes into a slender man tag.
That was brutal. That was legit brutal. Oh.
Excuse me, sir. How old were you when you made your first million?
What is this for?
We're trying to get advice for the younger generation.
I made my first million last year, actually.
Had to sweep out the bed. I hauled some flowers home from Home Depot yesterday. Don't want the dirt to stain my bed liner. I got a Denali because I thought it would find me my third wife. It just attracts Silverado owners asking if they can come work for me. I got a Denali because I couldn't fit my golf bags in my porch.
Towing? Nah, I don't want to scratch the paint on the tow hitch receiver.
I have my detailer only use filtered water and new microfibers every wash. Can't have swirl marks on a Denali. You can't have a truck that smells like a Silverado when you paid $90,000. Yeah, I got a truck just because it looks cool in the driveway. Makes me look tough to my neighbors. Looks like a rough neighborhood. Be careful, this is basically the Cadillac of trucks. Sure, bud. Sure, bud. Had to sweep out the bed. I hauled some flowers home from Home Depot yesterday. Don't want the dirt to stain my bed liner. I got a Denali because I thought it would find me my third wife. It just attracts. Yeah, I got a truck just because it looks cool in the driveway. Makes me look tough to my neighbors. $1,000. Yeah, I got a truck just because it looks cool in the driveway. Makes me look tough to my neighbors.
Loose ball, shot clock at 2. Irving has to put it up, falling away. The 3 around and down.
Nowitzki one-on-one with Anthony. Holds the ball, puts up a tough shot. Passes it around, goes in at the buzzer.
No way.
Defeat
Yo.
Nowitzki wins the game.
Blake Griffin will turn. Shoot a 3 for the
Yui. Oh, there we go. Clippers.
Switched on to him. Kawhi for the win. Oh, what a roll. Kawhi. Clutch.
No timeout.
And that's the ball game. Raptors win it.
Ron thought about it. Now he'll fire. Try to get a heck of a bounce, and he gets just that.
He got all of that 2 seconds. Zubac a little bit more for some scoring.
That one took 3 trips around.
3, 4 trips around the sun before it goes in.
Oh, it's going in.
See what happens when you live right? It's Philadelphia after missing 2 games of the back issue. Bradley got it to go!
All right, the theme song goes out.
5, 6, 7, 8, about it. Around again, and then finally down for Richardson.
How many times is
that ball going to stay on the line? Oh, it's going to drop for it. Love the George McGinnis pull. And everybody was just waiting. Looked like your putt on 12 yesterday.
Thanks for the likes. Thank you for the likes.
just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible. Nina can't code.
Interesting. Can it generate reports?
It can now.
Nice.
So you're saying we can all build apps now?
Yeah.
I'm on lunch.
I gotta make a call.
I'll be right back.
Just built an inventory tracker.
Protein calculator.
What's there an app?
A workflow manager. That's
Tracks who still owes for the group lunch.
Crash duty schedule.
Since no one seems to care.
Who's built a
I just
performance
created a goal
manager.
tracking system.
We built the same thing, didn't we?
Yep.
Can this thing manage contact?
Okay, apparently this thing didn't do what I wanted it to do. Oh my god.
An interop dating app. For dogs. For office dogs.
Well, that happened.
Switch to TurboTax and file your own taxes free in the app if you didn't file with us last year. Just file with TurboTax Do It Yourself by February 28th. Download now.
All right, you guys, if you ever see these signs or trucks that say 20 ribeyes for $40, please run away as soon as you can.
Creates a bigger and better location right here in Orlando. Business grade presents.
Hold on, baby, hold on. I demand. Long line, long line. This is a $20 or the $40 box? All right, so right off the bat, they're gonna let you know about these steaks, which trust me, are not worth $40. They're not even worth it by the weight. But that is how they get you for the next part.
That did not export the way I wanted it to.
All right. How much? So this is the part where they get you, all right? They're gonna ask you a bunch of questions about how much is worth it, how much is worth to you, what's your budget, and trust me, it's not worth it. Don't fall for it. It's all a gimmick. It's all a sales tactic. This box. How much is the box, bro? Don't play games with me. How much is the box? Yeah, but they're not on. Now they're on. So this is $578?
No, that's not my price. That's
Okay.
my price. What we do is, right, you want big dope deals? So now, you see that $50 coupon on there? Take that $50 coupon, we apply to my steak pack, double it, take off $100, make it $478 on my steak pack, $478. Got eat a lot of chicken, steak,
Thanks for the like.
It's just red meat. Just red meat. This is a ribeye one, right? That's kind of. You said how much is? This box right here. Just this box. I don't eat any fish or anything like that.
Yeah, I'll do that for and I'll make it $289.
So this is a steak box.
This is steak box.
Right.
The wife and kids don't do anything else but Frankie?
No, I'm good, bro. I'm just gonna take this one.
You don't like the steak box or is it too much money?
Huh?
You don't like the steak
To be honest with you, it's kind of light.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a bit light. Yeah.
Alright, so how about this?
Like, yeah, I'm kind of seeing it, like, this is, you know what I mean? For just like the amount, it doesn't seem. That's what I'm saying.
Drop a like, 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 drop a like. Can we get 5 likes? Can we get 5 likes, chat?
It's just way too good.
I see 5 of y'all are watching. I need one of y'all to hit the like button.
Huh? Alrighty, guys, as you just saw, it just
One
went
more
from
like.
468
One more
all the way
like.
down to
One
168.
more like.
It's just sales tactics. Shows you this big price tag so that you're influenced to buy it because you're saving so much money. But in reality, this is meat box. I didn't want to waste it.
Yo solamente venía aquí para hacer un video a estas capas que están haciendo ellos. Miren Google, no me tienen con mi palabra. Miren Google, Ribeye Guys, para ver si escapa o no. Eso solamente le digo, ¿ok? Para ustedes no le vayan a robar la platica. Es una escapa, es un scam. ¿Ok? Chequean Google, si no me creen a mí. Vaya a Google, Ribeye Guys, para ver ustedes mismos si escapa o no.
I've never noticed that sign before.
They must have just made this a toll road.
They can't charge me for something I use every day.
Boy, you sure showed them.
Hey, if she's not paying, I'm not paying.
And if you're not paying, I'm not paying. No one is using the toll booth. Get those cheapskates through that toll by any means necessary.
Got it. No survivors. What the hell? Oh, kidding. Tire spikes. Oh, they blocked my shortcut. I've never noticed that sign before.
They must have just made this a toll road.
They can't charge me for something I use every day. Voila!
Boy, you sure showed them.
Hey, if she's not paying, I'm not paying.
And if you're not paying, I'm not paying. No one is using the toll booth. Get those cheapskates through that toll by any means necessary.
Got it.
Hey everybody, Walter Goggins here. Starting
Video
a business is never easy, but
did
with
not
good arrows,
export
that
the way I wanted it to.
become a whole lot easier.
Hey man, you got this?
Create a website that looks like you know what you're doing, even if you don't know what you're doing, because you're using a website that developed a tool that knows exactly.
Yeah, somebody hit the like. Hit that like.
This is what we came up with. We put it here, we put it everywhere on our website, and we even put it right here. What I'm telling you, from one central command center, you can have all your social media empire operating. You're doing it all. Everything. Let's go, Daddy!
We got another sub. Hey, we got another sub. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got another subscriber.
At Fiverr, we know that vibe coding can be a lot of fun.
Let's go.
From back-end integration to product polish, Fiverr's got the experts to bring your product to life. Hire an expert today on Fiverr.
Loud exhaust systems. There's something about a roaring exhaust that makes every car enthusiast's heart race. The pops, the crackles, the raw thunder. Most of the time it comes from pulling out the muffler, the part meant to keep things quiet. But that rush of sound can come with a price. Beyond avoiding warranties, it can land drivers in serious legal trouble. Many states set strict noise limits, and California takes the crown. If a car under 6,000 pounds blasts past 95 decibels, it's not just loud, it's illegal. Window tint that's too dark. Tinted windows were once just for celebrities dodging cameras, but now they're everywhere, offering privacy and relief from the sun. The catch? go too dark, and it can actually be dangerous, especially in rain or snow when visibility is already poor. That's why every state sets its own rules on tint levels. In Alaska, for instance, front side windows must let in at least 70% of light, while back windows need 40%. Push past those limits, and drivers could easily find themselves pulled over with a ticket. Cold air intakes. When it comes to car upgrades, a cold air intake is often the first pick. It gives the engine a boost in horsepower, and let's be honest, who doesn't love extra power? But here's the catch. Many states have cracked down, making some of these systems illegal. The good news, there's a legal way around it. If the intake comes with a CARB executive order number, it's approved for use in all 50 states. Manufacturers are required to provide this with every unit they sell. Turbochargers and superchargers. Superchargers and turbochargers are popular upgrades because they pump extra air into the engine, creating serious power. But in California, the legality of turbos gets tricky. Many are banned under Vehicle Code Section 27156, and using the wrong one could mean big trouble. Luckily, there are workarounds. If the turbo has an EO number from the California Air Resources Board, you're in the clear. Sticking with an OEM turbo, the kind manufacturers install at the factory, is another safe route. Shopping locally also helps ensure compliance. Aftermarket LED and xenon HID headlights. HID and LED headlights may look flashy, but there's more to them than style. Because they're far brighter than halogens, the law often requires extras like self-leveling systems and washers to prevent blinding other drivers. Picture someone squinting through a beam, scattering off a dirty lens. Not safe at all. That's why quality matters over cheap options. Sure, people debate color temperatures online, but headlights are meant to improve vision, not cause accidents. Luckily, adjusting them is simple with just a wall, a tape measure, and patience. Neon and underglow lights. Underglow lights have become iconic thanks to the Fast and Furious films, giving cars that flashy street racer vibe. They don't add speed or power, but they sure grab attention. And that's exactly why some states have cracked down. Bright neon can distract other drivers, so rules vary across the country. Arizona allows them but limits the colors. Kansas bans flashing versions, and Michigan won't allow red or blue at all to avoid confusion with police vehicles. Wide body kits. When wheels stick out past the body without proper mud guards, it might look bold, but it's also a fast track to legal trouble. Rules on vehicle width vary from state to state, and in some places, even slight fender mods on daily drivers are outright banned. The real curveball comes with wide body kits. They give cars that aggressive, race-ready stance, but they also can void crash certifications. And those certifications aren't just red tape. They're what ensure passenger safety. Without them, the car looks tougher, but becomes far riskier. Lifted suspension. In almost any American parking lot, a lifted truck is bound to stand out. These towering machines raised high with suspension and body mods are showstoppers at car meets and favorites on restoration shows. Off-road, the lift is practical, helping trucks conquer rocks and mud with ease. But on city streets, that sky-high stance feels more like steering a skyscraper on wheels. That's why states regulate bumper height, with some offering wiggle room and others keeping limits so strict that even the boldest builds must play by the rules. Very low suspension. Lowering your car's suspension might give it that sleek, sporty look and even sharpen up the handling, but it's not all smooth sailing. Go too low and suddenly speed bumps, potholes, and uneven roads turn into costly hazards, scraping up the underside of your ride. Plus, the law isn't always on your side. In Georgia, you can't drop more than 2 inches, while New Hampshire says your car can't sit lower than the bottom of its wheels. Nitrous oxide. The engine regulate or outright. One switch, extra fuel hits the engine, and suddenly the road behind disappears in a dark haze. While it might look like a wild stunt, the reality is far from fun. That smoke isn't just irritating. It's toxic, dangerous, and downright illegal. The EPA cracked down hard, making it clear that rolling coal won't fly. It's pollution, plain and simple, and the law isn't playing around. Exhaust pipes without emissions equipment. These days, more drivers are hopping on the eco-friendly wave, with hybrids and EVs taking over the roads. It's a clear sign that people are rethinking the way cars pollute. The EPA has been tightening the screws, setting strict limits on what gas-powered engines can release. That means drivers who tamper with their rides, especially detectors, might sound like the perfect gadget for speed lovers, warning drivers when police radar guns are aimed their way. But in Virginia and Washington, D.C., they're totally banned. And in states like Illinois, New York, and New Jersey, commercial vehicles can't use them either. Even in states where they're legal, like California and Minnesota, drivers can't mount them on the windshield. Radar jammers, which block police signals, are illegal everywhere under federal law, while laser jammers face mixed rules but are banned in many states. Front windshield tinting. Some drivers actually go as far as tinting their entire windshield, not realizing it's a major safety risk. A small strip at the top is usually fine. It even helps cut out that blinding low sun. Most states allow just the top 5 or 6 inches to be tinted, keeping the rest clear for safety. But a few states, like Colorado, Rhode Island, and North Dakota, make an exception, allowing full windshield tint if at least 70% of light still gets through. Medical exemptions also exist for those sensitive to light. That's why California bans them outside snowy months. Drivers have to swap them out come spring, stash them away, and wait until autumn or risk breaking the state's car modification laws. Automatic license plate covers. Automatic license plate covers feel straight out of a spy movie. Press a button and the plate disappears like a secret gadget. It looks slick, but in reality, drivers don't install them for fun. They're usually a backup plan when trouble is expected. The problem is the law doesn't play along. Plates have to stay visible, and every state cracks down on blocking them completely. So while the cover might look cool for a moment, getting caught means fines, tickets, and a fast crash back to reality. Modified seatbelt systems. Seatbelts may not grab attention like a roaring engine, but they're the quiet lifesavers built into every ride. The danger comes when someone tampers with them. If an accident happens, insurance companies can deny the claim on the spot, leaving the driver with massive bill.
Why do we browse like this? Hunting, clicking, searching. What if we could just say,
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible. Nina can't code. Interesting. Can it generate reports?
I can now.
Nice. So you're saying we can all build apps now?
Yeah.
I'm on lunch. I gotta make a call.
I'll be
I'll be in my
right
office.
Just built an inventory tracker.
Protein calculator. Book share an app.
This cruise ship is basically a floating city, and just like in a normal city, all its residents produce a lot of trash. But there aren't any garbage trucks here to scoop it up and take it away. We're at sea, obviously. And since waste can't and shouldn't just be dumped in the ocean, well, what do cruise ships do with all of it? This is something the industry has been dealing with for years.
Carnival Cruise Line is coming clean about polluting oceans.
Princess Cruises was fined $40 million in 2016 for illegal dumping, and Carnival got hit with a $20 million fine in 2019 for disposing of plastic waste in the ocean.
Carnival Corporation's issues really brought the need for better technology so that these ships can operate more efficiently.
Cruise lines have been working on systems to purify water and deal with waste inside ships.
Up until now, these types of options weren't available.
All this new tech was built into Royal Caribbean's largest and newest ship, Symphony of the Seas. The company says it's a zero landfill ship, which means it uses everything from recycling to water filtration to deal with its own waste. And this guy is in charge of making sure no single water bottle is unaccounted for.
Welcome to Waste and Recycling Center.
We're down on deck 2, a secret crew-only area of the ship. Crew members check all the ship's trash cans for recyclables and bring them down here for Alex's team to handle. Despite being the only waste facility on this massive ship, it's surprisingly quiet. Alex said the busiest time is in the morning, when things are unpackaged for the day.
This is the waste stream that we have. Every waste stream has its own way of handling it.
There are separate teams to deal with each incoming recyclable: glass, cardboard, plastic, and metal.
This is our incinerator room. So we have 2 incinerators, 1 and 2. This area is manned 24 hours a day. We have 10 crew members who are working here, 5 in the morning and 5 in the evening.
Crew members separate glass into colors: green, brown, and white.
So this is the byproduct of it after we crush it.
They can process upwards of 13,000 pounds of glass for a week-long cruise. All the small glass pieces are stored in bins until the ship docks. Plastic goes through this massive compactor. Even though the ship's gotten rid of plastic straws, it still relies on bottled water, because for health and safety reasons, no cruise ship is allowed to have water fountains. So every week, they crush about 528 gallons of water bottles.
We are compacting the cardboard over there.
Throughout the day, cardboard is stacked up in this machine, called a baler. Once it's full, it's all compressed into bundles. And used aluminum cans, well, they're sent through this baler. The machine squeezes them down into big cubes, which are then stored in a fridge just off the waste room.
This area is actually for the items that can produce smell, the garbage.
And that smell could get pretty bad. The waste is stored for up to 7 days at a time, until the ship docks back in Miami, where all the plastic, aluminum, paper, and glass go to recycling carton facilities in 1,000 pounds. Then, once they've gotten enough, they place it all in this special drain. All the food waste ends up in one big pipe that runs through the entire ship. And that pipe leads to what's known as the hydroprocessor.
Those pipes over there.
Drink.
And then it runs several filtration processes before it's being kept on board.
Waste to energy facility. Now, we didn't get
Expenses as well.
And after 1 week at sea, the recycling gets
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words, create.
The jury in the Duenas murder case was a little unusual.